Good afternoon, everybody. This is Monica Griffith welcoming you to the Barbados Adventure Race 2021 edition, the event that we had been waiting for the entire year. And I'm here at the home base of the Barbados Adventure Race, Peg Farms, on the east coast of the island at Easy Hall Plantation, where we have stunning views of the east coast of the island, and we are just surrounded by beautiful, beautiful nature. Today it is very sunny, as you can see, which is going to be a little bit of added challenge for our competitors today. Before we get started, let's hear directly from one of our sponsors, Mr. David Schromek, who represents the Amarone Charitable Trust.
The Amarone Charitable Trust started in late 2015, but really got going in 16. What we try to do is help fulfill needs. And we really have two prongs to our attack, is helping children, both educationally, clothes, whatever.
Okay.
And we also try to help young athletes. That's our second prong. Over the years, at Surfside, we have sponsored athletes to go do training. I think Mario Burke was one of them.
Burke, yeah.
I can mention him. This year we had a couple of people in the Olympics that had been with us.
Well, thank you so much for that. Thank you for helping the community, and thank you for helping us with your sponsorship here at the Barbados Adventure Race. Let's meet some of the top contenders in the women's singles competition of the Barbados Obstacle Course Race for 2021. We are about to witness the competition of the singles female group for the Amarone Charitable Trust competition. So it's 10 women, very powerful women. Let's stay together until the end to see which one is going to be your favorite athlete for today 3K course. This course is eligible for the OCR World Championships competition. We have to stagger today the starting time to follow our COVID protocols. So there is a time trial. 10 women starting, 32 men will follow on the single Amarone Charitable Trust race event. And that sound signals the start of the women's singles bar 2021, which begins with a 350 meters sprint, followed by a 50-pound sandbag carry. These 10 female competitors are all mentally and physically fit, so we can't wait to see how the competition will unfold. Race director George Griffith, who created Barbados Adventure Race and designed this year's course, gives us a sense of the obstacles that these ladies will face.
They're approaching the sandbag carry now, and as expected, it's Amherst out in front, with Jade and Danielle staying closely to her as they approach the sandbag. The green sandbags are for the ladies, the red sandbags are for the men, and the ladies are carrying a 50-pound sandbag. And yes, the sandbags have to be taken out of the crate and brought back. So, Amherst is out in front, just as we expected, with the first three ladies making their way around this loop, about a 350-meter loop around this sandbag carry. In previous years, one of the complaints was that there was just too much running at the beginning, and it gave too much of a competitive edge to the runners, especially over a 3K course. So for 2021, while creating the race design, we really took that into consideration and placed some mini obstacles very early on, such as this sandbag carry, the 4-foot wall, and the farm table crawl, to create more of a level playing field. These are our farm table crawls, and with the Bar OCR 2021 being based here at Peg Farm, we thought it was really important to include some of the things on the farm. This is a great shot here. You can see the different techniques from above. You can see who's a really natural seasoned runner versus those who've really worked hard to come into their own in the event over the last few years. These are the ladies we expect on the podium. Amherst Chase is just a different athlete. She's never been defeated in this event. She's been a Bar OCR gold medalist time and time again. Amherst is just one of those athletes who lives and breathes the sport. She's researching the best and most efficient ways to tackle the obstacles. She's watching how the ladies at the top of the field do it, and she's working really hard to be the best she can in this sport. We see over the 6-foot wall, Amaris is first, followed by Jade and then Danielle, currently in the third position. And she's trying to make sure that she stays in contact with these two first front runners. This race will take place over 3 kilometers. There's always a challenge to get female athletes to come out to these events, but this is a very strong competitive field. Only 10 competitors, but this field is very deep. Amaris has chosen to roll under the crawl. It is very low to the ground, and rolling is very efficient if you don't get dizzy. Here comes Carla Niles in 4th place right now, and she's choosing the more traditional crawling action. Next is Catherine Wilkie. Her hips are a little bit high. I think she should be a little bit lower, which would be a little bit more efficient, but she's getting through, and she's now in 5th place. Catherine has been with Bar OCR from the very start in the team event, but this is her first year competing in the singles event. Behind her is Kim Braffett. This is Kim's first year competing in the singles event, and she's going into the crawling technique as well. Right now, it's all going very much to form. Kim is coming through. She competed with part of a team last year, and she did really well with her team. We're also seeing some new faces in the singles this year. Here's Aronda Morris, and while Aronda is crawling, Gina Lee is rolling, and it looks like she's accidentally kicked Aronda in the head a little bit. But you can see how fast the rolling technique is working. Gina went under the crawl way behind Aronda, but she's coming out ahead of her, and she's off and running. Here's Carolyn Bell now, who's also competing in the Bar OCR team event. This is her first year in the singles as well. Here's Leanda Giddings. All of these women have worked really hard and are coming out this year to show their best in the Barbados Adventure Race 2021. Leanda is in 10th place right now and trying her best to get back in touch with the field. That area is called Zone 1 with some pretty easy obstacles, just designed to break the rhythm, and now they're moving into an area called Wall Street. A fitting name here because the competitors will face a number of walls and have to make it over each one. Just look at Amaris running. She is just so easy, so efficient. Look at that technique. And after the 8-foot wall, they're going to make a right-hand turn and go down this field where they have a few more walls. The inverted wall and the very famous tire wall. So, as our race leader, Amaris Chase, makes her way onto the course, she tackles the inverted wall and she's already made some distance between herself and the rest of the pack. There's literally no one in touch with her. We can just see in the background Jade Searles and Danielle Gonzalez currently in 2nd and 3rd place. The Atlas Stone carry is next, which is an out and back carry, about 150 meters, 75 meters up and 75 meters back. Female competitors carry a 65-pound stone. Most people will be walking with the Atlas Stone at this point. But we can see, if you have that level of fitness, you can get ahead of the field and gain a few extra seconds here by running. Circle the flag and come back all the way back down. Amaris is now coming back. She's about to drop her Atlas stone and move on to the next obstacle. In the background, we can see Jade Searles approaching and now picking up her Atlas stone for the first time. She's pretty good in the carries. She's been doing that endurance work. She has very strong legs, and Jade is going to try and stay in as close contact as she can on the running. Here's an interesting obstacle for us. It's called Rolling Thunder, and you would have seen 2 levels on this obstacle. In previous races, we used to have the male and female competition at the same height for Rolling Thunder, but there was such a high failure rate that we decided to make a height adjustment for the female athletes. Here's Jade Searles just crossing over Rolling Thunder and trying to get back in touch with Amaris Chase. Amaris Chase maintaining a steady lead, and she's just pushing and pushing, way ahead of the competition and trying to get as much separation as she can. This is the monkey bar obstacle. And as you can see, she's going hand to hand here, making sure she secures the grip before she moves on to the next batch of monkey bars. Anytime it's wet or your hands are sweaty, it's best to make sure you get a good grip each time before you swing through. Here's Aronda Morris. You can see the action now as all the competitors are starting to bunch up on this field and on Wall Street. They're either on Atlas stone carry or they're attacking Rolling Thunder. But this is where the bulk of the field is kind of bunched together behind Amaris and the other 2 front runners. Here's Kim Brathwaite with another successful clearance over the obstacle. And oh no! Gina Lee Shepherd fails! And now she has to go to the side, and it's 20 burpees for each failed obstacle in the Barbados Adventure Race. Bar OCR marshals are in place to help them count. And all the other competitors have cleared the tire wall. Gina's up and back off again, and she's moving through. She's just high-stepping all the way through the bush and on to the next crawl event. This is a heavy cargo net crawl. Again, technique is everything on these obstacles. The best technique is to keep your head down, keep your butt up, and the cargo net will kind of just cascade off your body, so your head down and your butt up and just keep moving. In the background, we can hear the voice of her teammate Sabrina Thompson.
Almost there. 4 more posts.
Sabrina should really be in this event this year, but she didn't think she was ready, so she's just out on the course, giving her teammates some support. Here's Catherine Wilkie. Oh no! She's failing the monkey bars. Off to the side to do the burpees. Gina Lee Shepherd making sure she doesn't miss the monkey bars after that spill on the tire wall. She's clean through onto the slick wall. Meanwhile, Leanda's coming through. There she is, both hands on. She's successful and she can move on. Excellent work there. We see here one of the differences between the ladies at the front and the rest of the pack. Between obstacles, there is a transition. When Amaris finishes an obstacle, she's not walking, she's up, she's jogging between obstacles from one to another. You'll see her when she gets off these rings. Amaris is down and she's already running. Oh! I gotta say, this slick wall is really taking casualty after casualty. If you fail the wall, you have a 20 burpee penalty. You only get one chance to attack an obstacle. Everyone hates burpees. It is a bit of a harsh penalty, but it makes it so those ladies who are more obstacle proficient actually get rewarded for their skill. Here's a new obstacle we introduced for 2021, the anchors and flats. Amaris is swinging through them very easily. There she is as she reaches the last one and rings that bell. There's a real festive atmosphere at the Barbados Adventure Race. You can hear the music playing in the background. The whole family is out enjoying the festivities and watching these athletes perform at their best. On the container traverse, there's always a debate as whether you should be on top or underneath. The thing with going on top is that you actually have a chance to control and to balance if you get tired and you have to rest. If you're underneath and you get tired, you have absolutely no chance. Your arms get tired and you have a greater chance of falling off. She touches the container, she's down, and there she is racing to the next obstacle. Amaris Chase is running her own OCR here today. At this point in the race, there's no one even close. Amaris Chase is going for that gold medal spot and looking to secure her title as the undefeated bar champion. But the beauty of obstacle course racing is that it's never over till it's over and every last obstacle has been conquered. This is the Low Traverse Bar, an obstacle station sponsored by the Amarone Charitable Trust. Amaris has never missed an obstacle in the Barbados Adventure Race, and we don't expect her to miss this one. She's driving her hips. Now she's got that nunchuck swinging, and she's having some trouble trying to reach for it.
Take your time, take your time. Breathe. Up and
She is meant to traverse all the 3 different bars without any part of her body touching the ground. She must ring the bell at the end, and then as you can see, it is a little bit of difficulty now by trying to get the nunchuck, which is between the 2 bars. She just had to dismount, so she will have to burpee. Once you don't get any obstacle on the single race, then you have to burpee out, and it's 20 burpees for any obstacle that you cannot accomplish. She is still in the lead, and so far we don't see any other female behind close to her.
So now we see Catherine. I'm really feeling for Catherine Wilkie in this event. Every time we see her, she seems to be going off to the side to do burpees. But what a trooper. She's not quitting. She's going to stay with it, and it looks like she's going to get some company in the burpee penalty. Leanda Giddings is now here with her. This is one of the reasons why we do so many burpees in training, because you never know when you're going to have to do them in one of these races.
Approaching the container rope traverse, there is our second female athlete for the race, Danielle Gonzalez. She's one of the favorites as well. She's a very tough competitor, and so we see her here on second place after Amaris Chase. Danielle Gonzalez doing a great job today here at the Barbados Adventure Race. So let's see how she traverses.
On her shoulder, it falls, but she's going to take another one.
She must come all across the rope.
Our second competitor.
She's using the method on top. Some other methods are just below the rope, hanging below the rope, but she's using the top. On top of the rope method, she must touch the container and dismount safely. Then she's going onto the drain pipes. She's going onto the drain pipes, and then she will go onto the low traverse. And so, starting the low traverse, both hands must be behind the silver tape. As you can see, she needs to turn the body so she can reach for the nunchuck. And after the nunchuck, the second bar. She may skip the nunchuck and just go and grab one time the second bar. So let's see what is going to be her option today. I see that she is swinging to try to grab the nunchuck. She needs to bring her body as high as possible to the bar, the chest as high as possible to the bar, in order for her to grab the nunchuck. So all the body needs to come to the very, very end of that bar. They are able to grab everything that is black, but not the cables. And there you can see her traversing now successfully onto the second bar. So remember that no part of her body can touch the ground.
All right.
Yes, and she made it onto the second bar. She has one more nunchuck and one more bar, and then she needs to ring the bell at the end to complete the obstacle, the low traverse obstacle.
Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, cheer her on. Give her a...
Oh, that's unfortunate. She almost had it done, so now she has to complete burpees.
Watch it.
Catch yourself. You're good. So you want to put shoulders?
Now she's going down the last of the obstacles, down into the gully for the rope climb. Here comes Jade Searles in third place.
All right, so in here we see competitor number 4, Rhonda Morris. Rhonda Morris. She's behind Jade Searles. She's in 4th place at the moment, and she's attempting now the container traverse. She's also choosing the on top of the rope method. So you need to balance. That's why the leg is hanging, to help you with the balance. One leg is hanging while the other leg is supporting you onto the rope. And she will be even more efficient if she will use the leg that she has hooked on the rope to push at the same time that she pull with the arms. Yes, I think she heard me. I think she heard me. Yeah, so pull with the arms and push with the leg that you have hooked on the rope, and that's the technique right there to make you more traverse faster.
Amaris is in the gully. This is such a beautiful part of the property here at Peg Farm. The rope climb is basically the last obstacle. And it's looking like she's going to retain her championship title for 2021. As she comes up the hill, you can see there's a slight incline and it really takes it out of your legs. And for the first time today, we see that she's actually walking a little bit in between obstacles. There are caving ladders up the incline to the top, and then they have to go across the platform on this cargo net, and then it's down the other side.
We see here Amaris Chase completing the last obstacle before she crosses the finishing line. She is the female which is on the lead. She's on the lead and she's the undefeated, as I mentioned before, undefeated female Barbados Adventure Race athlete. She is the champion since the race number 1. And here we see her dismounting the diving platform on first place. After this, she just have to cross the line. There you go, and from here she will run to cross the line. Congratulations, Amaris. This was an amazing race that you put on here. Please let us know how was it for you?
I feel like it was good until, I don't know, I think the burpees kind of gassed me out a little bit, so the last 500 meters were really hard. But otherwise, I think it went to plan.
Okay, yeah, well, actually, we were surprised to see you burping out. Tell us what happened there, because you have mastered these obstacles on the training, so tell us what happened today.
I think I hit the nunchuck, and it was moving in the opposite direction, so then I had a decision to make a little bit to stop or just stop and do the burpees, and I decided to do the burpees because I thought it would be faster.
Right. Okay, and how does it feel to be undefeated still?
Very surprising. I think I definitely came in with a lot of doubt this year. So I'm glad that it went well. I was really hoping that it would go well so that I would feed into my race tomorrow. So I'm very happy with the result.
Were you aware of how long the second competitor was behind you?
When I last saw her, she was by doing it at the stone. So I really had no idea from then. I think when I had to do the burpees on the traverse bar, I saw Danielle on the rope traverse. But then when I put on the log, she had to do burpees, so I know I had a little bit more of a gap there. So it was okay. I got to relax a little bit and catch myself.
We're seeing Danielle Gonzalez in second place, starting her rope climb down here in the gully at Peg Farm. I just love how the ropes fit so well with the environment down here. Danielle is coming up that cliffside. It's a little bit technical here. She's almost there, almost to the end of the race. She just has that last proverbial hurdle at the dive platform to finish the race. At this point in time, she's just trying to hold off whoever may be close behind her so she can finish and secure that silver medal.
There you go.
Get some tension on that ladder and use your legs. Well done, Danielle. So, very interesting technique here. Danielle has chosen to go backwards on the cargo net. That way she can use her legs to push her back, to find one rung at a time. You bring your legs in and you push back. Basically doing a leg press so you can slide all the way back. If you're afraid of heights and you don't want to look down, this is definitely the best way to do it. Push with the legs and you don't have to worry about falling in between the squares.
Oh, on and on. Huh? See, the toilet maybe was down there?
Toilet is down here.
Oh.
Down the belly.
Oh.
Oh yeah, if it turns off, if it blinks off, just touch the screen.
I did hitting the button and starting back. Yours look different.
Mine look different.
It's wobble boat too?
Nah.
Run it.
Or yours is a different one, friend?
It's only the handle that's different.
Here's our silver medalist in the Barbados Adventure Race 2021 female division, Danielle Gonzalez.
I say now, bro.
So she came in second place. How did it feel this placing for you?
Obviously, I really wanted to come first, but Amherst was like almost unbeatable out there. She went off so hard. Initially when I started, I was way down by the bathrooms, and then I heard that they were waiting for me, so I sprinted all the way up. So by the time I got here, I was pretty winded, and I think that affected me a little bit, especially in the beginning of the race. But besides that, I almost had a clean race.
Where did you have to burpee out?
The traverse. I don't know what happened there. My forearms were just blown all the way up, I guess, from the container traverse, and I just couldn't stay up. I just couldn't hold myself up, so I just let go.
Yeah, we were there watching you from close. We were surprised to see you there, but at the same time, we knew that you were second, so we were happy for your placing. How did you train for this? How much that training affected this, or was the cause of this placing?
The training?
Yes.
I trained really hard, really hard with George, and so I have to give my place. I have to thank him for that, because he did a lot with me. He trained me with the obstacles, building up my endurance, and a lot to do with the mental as well, because I find that before I didn't really function well under pressure, and I think that today I composed myself, especially when I missed, and I just got on with the race. So I think that I did pretty good.
All right, what was your favorite part of the course today?
I got over the slick wall. Yeah! So I know, and that was the one I was really scared about. So I think I'll have to give my favorite part to that, because I got over it, and I was really nervous about that.
That's excellent. That's excellent. Well, congratulations again, Danielle. It was it was a pleasure to see you on the course today.
Thank you.
Good job, baby. Good job.
Who's in third place? Jade Searles. What you guys might have missed is that Jade was actually in second place until we got to the anchors and flats, and Danielle passed her there. Danielle was clean through the race until we got to the low traverse. There's quite a big gap, as you recognize, between Amherst and the rest of the field. There's a good clear 5 minutes between Amherst, Danielle Gonzalez, and now Jade Searles. Interestingly enough, Danielle and Jade will be competing during day 2 of the Barbados Adventure Race. Not against each other, but rather, they will be the female half of the 4-person team for tomorrow's races.
Good job, baby. Finish strong. Come, Jade. Keep going, Jade. Finish strong. You did, Jade. You did.
Oh, she does touch the bell on the way.
This is your podium, ladies and gentlemen. Amherst Chase in first place, Danielle Gonzalez in second place, and here comes Jade Searles to take the bronze medal in the 2021 Amarone Charitable Trust Obstacle Course Race 3K National Championships.
How was the race for you?
It was pretty good, except one thing. After I came off of the 8-foot wall, I had like a little fall and kind of hurt my ankle a little bit. I got a few burpees, but other than that, it was pretty good.
So that was the only place where you did the burpees.
I did burpees on the wheel,
Anchors and flats.
anchors and flats, and the slick wall.
Okay, so I see that yes, you have your icing your foot. You're being taken care of by this beautiful and professional team of physiotherapists in here, Pop's Physiotherapy, one of our sponsors. What was the most enjoyable part of the course for you today?
The most enjoyable part was surprisingly the traverse bars, the traverse low bars, because last year I struggled with them so much. And I worked on it in practice, and it was successful, no burpees there. So that was the most enjoyable part for me.
So how do you feel about competing today and competing tomorrow on the teams?
I am really, really looking forward for the teams tomorrow. I am excited. Today was fun as well. So I'm pretty happy.
Excellent. Well, we are glad that the course went so well for you, and we wish you a prompt recovery, especially for tomorrow's competition.
Yes, thank you.
All right. After a beautiful sunny day here at Peck Farms for another successful day for the Barbados Adventure Race, let's turn our attention to the podium and the prize-giving ceremony.
For age category 40 to 44, our winner is Kim Brathwaite. Kim Brathwaite. In our next age category, age 35 to 39, the winner is Aranda Morris. Third place female, Jade Searles.